Mr. B brought me in his office. Mr. B's like, Brandon, I want guys that's going to be here. So if you don't want to be here, I'm going to trade you. He said, but I do it. He said this. He's like, besides Elway and Tom Jackson, you are my favorites, one of my favorite Broncos of all. He said, and I want you here. But if you don't want to be here, then you're not going to be here. And he said, now what happens after this? We're going to do what's best for the Broncos. So if we send you to, he said this, sorry, Mr. B, I need he's like, we're going to send you to Cleveland Browns. He said, if we send you to Cleveland Browns, we're going to send you to Cleveland Browns. So we're going to do what's best. So literally I walked out of that office, he has tears in the eyes and I'm kind of like acting like I have tears in my eyes, but I'm happy because I'm about to get paid. Right. It was all about money for me then and then getting away from Josh. So we hug. I walk down to Josh's office. I'm like, hey, I'm gone. I just want to let you know, Mr. B, I just met with Mr. B. Mr. B said he's trading me, okay? So get the deal done. He said, what? Huh? And he said, hold on. I said, no, I'm gone. Bye. Walked out. And from there, Josh got involved, slowed down that whole process. Fast forward to camp. Now I'm in camp, and I'm literally a holdout, but I'm there. I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting. This is like kind of like what you're talking about.
Yes.
I didn't know how to cope and manage like all this stress. And all I'm thinking about is, man, I can get hurt. And I just came off a big surgery, hip surgery. I'm like, I got to get paid now. Like, I have to.
A little bit of a panic for you.
I have to. I was freaking out. So anyways, I'm in camp and they're still not trading me. Josh McDaniels come to me going into our last preseason game, going to Seattle. And he's like, hey, out of nowhere now, he's like, we're going to pay you. Like, I wasn't doing anything really. I was doing the bare minimum in camp. And he's like, we're going to pay you. But first, we're going to Seattle. I want you to stay back. And we're going to work out a deal over the weekend. Okay, so we'll go back and forth, exchange some paper, whatever, and try to get this deal done. Basically, what they sent me over, he's like, the intro was like, you're going to be the highest paid Bronco ever. You make more money than John Elway ever did, et cetera, et cetera. But you have to score at least 4 touchdowns. Your base is going to be $4 million. And I know, sorry, that's a lot of money, folks. But, these are the numbers that we deal with as professional athletes. Don't kill me, okay? So he's like, your base is going to be $4 million. And then you'll have the option. You'll have the opportunity to earn the rest. To earn the rest, I had to score 4 rushing touchdowns. I'm a wide receiver.
You're right.
And then the other one was, or I had my yards per catch had to go up. Like I had to 13 or 14. I'm not that type of receiver, and they control that. And I was like, no, I said, there's no way I can agree to this. So they come back. And then once I said no to that, which made no sense, he brought me in his office and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know, you've been going to the bathroom and spending too much time in the bathroom, and your behavior, like you're saying your back hurt and this hurt, and your behavior has been conduct detrimental to the team. So he's like, if this continues, then I'm going to hit you with that and I'm going to fine you, suspend you, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, hold on. So because I didn't agree to this, which was a bad deal, now you're saying it's going to be conduct detrimental to the team, and you're telling me about the bathroom. Like, if I have to go do number 2, I know this is Barstool and I can curse.
Yeah, you say what the fuck you want to say. Yeah. I'll do it for you.
Yeah, go ahead. So he's like, yeah, to do number 2, and you're going to tell me, like, you're going to put a time on it, which was right. Like, I would leave the meeting and spend like 25 minutes just doing whatever. But I'm like, you can't tell you can't tell me, right? Like, whatever, right? So anyways, we have this exchange, and then from there I walked out to the field, and I was so pissed off at him and how everything went on. And this was before even practice started. It's like warm up to the warm up, and Adam Gase was my receiver coach, but Adam was reporting to Josh McDaniels. So I was pissed off at Adam, like, you're telling him like how long I'm going to the bathroom, et cetera, et cetera. So I was pissed off at Adam. I was pissed off at the whole situation, but now our head coach of the New York Jets, Adam Gase, was my receiver coach. So when he's throwing me the balls, it was like, F you, and I was batting the balls down. Taking the ball. So that's the story behind that. Like, man, you like, come on, you're in my face, you're telling me one thing.
Yeah.
But Adam was just, I wouldn't say he wasn't a puppet, but he was a receiver coach. He was young. He was doing his job.
Right.
Even, they were doing their job. So that's the story of that.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Because once again, from the outside, it looked like you just bugged the fuck out.
I did. I did. But because like in that situation, it's like, how do you deal? And that's kind of like where we're at. And we transition to Miami.
Yeah.
That situation, as a young guy coming from the neighborhoods that we come from, it's like some guys aren't built to handle that pressure, or don't have the skills to deal with what the NFL throws at you. Something as simple as, how when it's handling that pressure of not getting hurt, and you've done this your entire career, you have no plan B, right? So if you're Tua, what happens to your draft stock?
Yeah.
Okay. How many guys have we seen going into their contract year blow out their knee? And what happens there, right? So how do you cope and deal with that stuff and that type of stress? I didn't have those skills. So in Miami, everything came to a head.